I plan on having another wildly So the tire themselves look okay. I think if any is low, it's a tiny bit low. So when I get home, I do have my boyfriend's air compressor in my garage. I just have to make sure I have the attachment to actually put air in my tires. But my dad brought over the tire pressure checker, and I'll use that to actually check the tire pressure before I try to put air in it, because when it goes from cold to hot to cold to hot, the air can compress and expand in your tires, and it can change the tire pressure level in your tires and then make it seem like there's low tire pressure. I learned that one morning. I had gotten up, and this was when I was still on swing shift, and I went down to Schwab before work and was like, this is a problem. I don't see a problem. Like, what can we, what do I need to do? Are my tires messed up? And they're like, no. Your tire pressure is actually great. It is the pressure from the change in the weather. I said, okay, cool. Like, I feel better, I feel better. Because like I said, I don't see an actual change. So, is Franklin the one I want? No. Washington is the one I want. So, yeah. Here's to a non-eventful day. So, I just used a vacuum, and it's decent, but it's not something that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, so amazing. Like, it does an okay job. And I'm starting to get stressed out because my tire pressure gauge is still on, but I've looked at my tires, and my tires don't seem that bad. I have a lunch date with a friend of mine tomorrow, so hopefully it'll be resolved. Like I said, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna try to check it out because I got a lot of things to do tomorrow. I'm gonna get kiddo off the bus and take her to gymnastics. My tire pressure gauge should have fixed itself by now because I'm not seeing a problem. I think that's what's stressing me out the most, is I'm not seeing a problem. And obviously there is a problem. When I get home, I'm gonna check the tires out again. I ventured out for the day. I'm done venturing out for the day. I know it's only a couple hours, but sometimes a couple hours is all you need. Plus, I think I am feeling the effects of being out yesterday in the rain in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, getting rained off and on all day yesterday. I definitely feel like I'm starting to feel the effects of that, and I'm not feeling so fantastical, which is not cool. I don't like getting sick. My head kind of hurts. It's getting a little bit difficult to swallow. I'm definitely congested. So I have all the signs of being sick for sure. For sure, all the signs of being sick are my head kind of hurts. I wanted to get up and out a little bit, you know, because I felt like I needed to. I definitely felt like I needed to just get out. And I'm going to, because I didn't do anything other than community day yesterday. I did nothing. I just chilled. The boyfriend called me last night on his way to a concert. His friend asked him, as much as I hate him speeding, but you know, he made it there safely at the last minute, that a friend of his bailed on going to a concert that he really wanted to go to. So he went to the Dropkick Murphys concert last night, which I'm totally jealous, because I enjoy Dropkick Murphy music and Flogging Molly. Totally jealous that he got to go, because they're awesome. I wish he would have said, and I told him, I said, you know, if you would have said something to me months ago, especially when I could afford it months ago, about wanting to go, I totally would have gotten us tickets, because I wanted to go. But he didn't want me to spend the money to buy tickets because he couldn't afford to, even though it's something I wanted to do, because he couldn't buy the tickets. And he didn't want me to go without, just to be able to afford these tickets. And I told him I totally would have. Like, you don't understand. But, I mean, it's not a band that I'm like, oh my God, like, I'll give up my firstborn child for. I don't really have a band that well, maybe Dashboard Confessionals, but, I love Dashboard Confessionals. Like, I love them. There isn't a whole lot that I'm like, yes, this must be done. And if I'm willing to sacrifice to do something that I enjoy, I don't really see the problem with it, but he does, which, you know, I should appreciate about him. I should appreciate that, you know, he doesn't want me, you know, spending every penny I own on it when I have more important things to pay for. And I appreciate him. And I know he appreciates me. We're having a discussion on making his lunches, because he feels a certain way about it. Well, he loves the lunches I make for him. He feels in some ways that I'm babying him, which I'm not. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to take care of your significant other. And he's like, you know, you don't have to bribe me with food to get me to come see you every morning. And I was like, kinda, yeah. Like, you didn't start coming over to say good morning every day until I started making you lunch. And I don't think he understands how important it is for me that I make his lunch. And I don't think he understands what it means to me that I make his lunch. Like, he tries, but like, it gives me purpose to find new recipes and try new things, and sometimes it gives me purpose to leave my house during the day, especially in the weeks that I don't have my kiddo. It gives me purpose to actually venture out, because, you know, I have to go buy food and stuff, and knowing that I'm needed. We had a very frank discussion about whether or not we are going to continue to be in a relationship not long ago. And we did decide that we will continue to be in a relationship. But we have a very unique relationship. I think it'll be easier for me once I go back to work, because I'll have a big chunk of my week taken up by work and doing overtime again. And I mean, I give him plenty of space now. And I try not to push, because I know he's working through some things. And he's working through some things about our relationship. And I love him. And I try to imagine being with someone else. I try to imagine not being together with him. And it's hard for me to imagine that. It's like something I don't want to imagine. And I want to think that that says something about our relationship. And that it says something that I can only imagine being with him. And if it comes to that, if it comes to me having to be with someone else, I don't know that I'd want to. I think I would rather be alone. In perfect honesty. And maybe it'll take years. Who knows?